I'm sure most of you have heard the phrase throwing in the towel. It's been used over the years. I've heard it said. I'm sure you've heard it said on occasion. And I found that it originates in the sport of boxing. And if you're into boxing, and this is something you're probably already aware of. Now, as for me, I don't really see the point in watching two guys climb into a ring and beat the lights out of each other. That's just not my form of entertainment. But the other day I woke up with that phrase on my mind so strong, and I felt like I needed to look into it a little deeper. And what I found are some very strong spiritual parallels. So if you'll follow me today, I hope I can share something with us that will encourage us in our relationship, in our experience with the Lord. As I looked into the rules of boxing, I found, for one thing, it's not the fighter that throws in the towel. It's someone from the fighter's corner. A lot of times they'll say, I'm going to throw in the towel. But when you look at boxing in more detail, it's someone from the fighter's corner, one of their representatives that throw in the towel. And I also found that in the 1800s, it was a sponge that was thrown into the ring. So back then, the phrase that you would hear at that point would be to throw up the sponge. Instead of throwing in the towel, you would throw up the sponge. So it's funny how phrases can change like that over the years. So we know that when a towel is thrown in by either side, it's to signify that that side wants the fight to end. And to me, the story of Job, there's so many points in Job that will parallel what I'm talking about today. So before we go any further, let's read in Job chapter 2. I want you to see somebody they're in a fight, they're doing their best, and yet those around them are throwing in the towel. So let's read Job chapter 2, starting at verse 7. So Satan went forth from the presence of the Lord and smote Job with sore boils from the sole of his foot unto his crown. And he took him a potsherd to scrape himself withal, and he sat down among the ashes. Then said his wife unto him, Dost thou still retain thine integrity? Curse God and die. But he said unto her, Thou speakest as one of the foolish women speaketh. What? Shall we receive good at the hand of God, and shall we not receive evil? In all this did not Job sin with his lips. So we see here that at the lowest point in his life, Job had his own wife essentially throwing in the towel and telling him to end his life. And we can read further on down, which I won't for the sake of time, but we can read where his three supposed friends showed up and they threw in the towel with all their accusations. In fact, Job called them miserable comforters in chapter 16. And as I studied more into the rules of boxing, here's another thing that surprised me, and this is what really got me excited to share this with you today. The headline I read was this: throwing in the towel does not end a fight. And I hope you got that. Throwing in the towel does not end the fight. And this grabbed my attention. So I kept reading the article, and the article said that there's a big misconception in professional boxing that each side has the power to stop a fight by simply throwing in the towel. And here's where things started getting good. Now I'm going to quote here. It said, the referee and only the referee can stop a fight. In fact, referees have been known on several occasions to pick up a towel and throw it back out of the ring. So in other words, the referee is saying to those watching, he's saying the fight is not over yet. So I hope you can see where this devotion is going today. I also read that back in the 1930s, a boxer had been knocked down 3 times, and his corner made the decision to throw in the towel. But to everyone's surprise, the referee picked the towel up and he threw it back out of the ring. So again, the referee is saying here, this fighter that I'm observing, you're saying he needs to quit, but I'm seeing he's got more fight left in him. And so I feel like I'm talking to someone today who's received some hard blows recently, and it's causing you to look down, and you're seeing a white towel, if I can put it that way. You're seeing a white towel of surrender laying at your feet. Oh, but in the eyes of the Spirit, this is what I want us to get today. In the eyes of the Spirit, I can just see the Lord, that heavenly referee, as he picks up the towel and he's throwing it back out of the ring. So God's wanting you to know today, I feel this with all my heart, God's wanting you to know today, you've got more fight left within you. You're tired, you're weary, you've got bruises from the battle. But listen, friend, God sees the heart of a warrior inside of you. He sees something in you that maybe even others around you don't see. There's still a fight left within you, and the devil may have said the fight's over. The doctor, the lawyer, the banker, maybe some of your closest friends have said the fight's over. And that towel that's been thrown into your situation may look hopeless, but God is sending this devotion today to take that towel and to throw it back out of the ring. In the natural sport of boxing, that carnal referee, he doesn't really care who wins the fight. But can I tell you that our heavenly referee, he's not just watching the fight, he's not just observing, but he has promised that he would put strength in us. Job 23:6 says, will he plead against me with his great power? And Job answers his own question. He says, no, but he would put strength in me. So I hope you'll feel that strength today. You're guaranteed to win your battle because God's already promised victory. The only thing we have to do on our part is have a made up mind and be determined that we're going to keep fighting. Even when we feel like the towel has been thrown in, we're going to keep fighting. And by God's help, that towel is going to be thrown out as a signification to those around us. The fight's not over yet. Victory is still ours through the name of Jesus. God bless you.